Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is John Omoluabi. I'm a self-taught data analyst based in Abuja, Nigeria. Today I'll be performing a minimal analysis of Nigerian Stock Exchange historical data using Python. Stay tuned. Okay, now we have our Jupyter lab open. I shall give you another tutorial about how to set this up and how to run it on your Windows. I don't have Linux on Mac. So first of all, let's add a little title to our notebook, make it more self-explanatory. So alright, so now within Jupyter it's possible to format your cells differently. Like you can decide if your cell is code. If you can run it. As of now, the default is to have the cell formatted as a code. So now if you run this, it will run it as a Python script, as a Python command, which it is not. So here you can change the formatting. Just click on this code and then mark down. Now when I run it, it sticks as just plain text. So now we have to import our dependencies. Import pandas as PD. So pandas is generally used for data manipulation. Anything that has to do with data set manipulation and data analysis. Anything that has to do with a data set. Any kind of data. If you are planning to import it into Python, export, whatever you want to do, pandas is the go-to library. So I'll shift enter to run. Yes, it's imported that successfully. Import numpy as np. So numpy is basically used for arithmetic operations. So certain numerical data types are being expressly defined, and there are some functions addressed on this in this library. So it's very useful for that. Now import date time. Also, that is just the case, and then from date time import data. So this datetime library is it's going to help us to format our dates properly, because there are certain scenarios where you get a data set, but then the data set dates is not registered as dates. So the pandas data set does not know it's a date, it just registers it as an object, string or whatever. So sometimes we have to we have to let it know explicitly that okay, this is the date, and so there are some functions that can be used with date that if you don't define it as a date, it will just not work. So so practically the same thing. So import plotly.express as px. So Plotly is a library for data visualization. It's very interactive. I love it. It might not be as beautiful as Seaborn and the rest, but it's very interactive. Only you see it in a bit. Also import plotly dot graph objects as G. So yeah, still plotly. And then there's a little dataset directory from a module I created to prevent me from having to type the directory of my data sets every time. Like the directory where my data sets are stored every time. I just run call a certain function, then it's printed out for me. So from data set directory dot csv directory. So with that now I could just do this run. If I run this, if I call this function csv, it prints out the directory for me plain. We don't need to typing out all this drama. Just trigger it like so. So it looks like all our the functions are here, and all the functions carry the directory that we need. Quite awesome. So now let's import our data set. Data equals pd dot read csv, then csv directory. Wonderful. Then our data file, our file is called nsc data. Data.csv. So it is successfully, it has been successfully imported. Let's now have a look at it. Data dot head. So what this head function basically does, just gives us a glimpse of the data. So it just prints out, just returns the first two rows of our table, or the first two records in our data set. Yeah. So this. You can also notice something weird, something strange about price, open, high, low. They are supposed to be floating point numbers, but they are formatted strange. I mean, the format is kind of how we would expect numbers to look like, but it's not being interpreted correctly. I mean, it is being described here as strings. This is a string. It cannot be a floating point number. Anyway, to be sure about this, there's a function info. You can use with data frames. So now we can see the data types, all the data types for all the variables we have in the data set. So let's begin our formatting with date. But I'm using the dot notation. There are two options if you want to select certain columns. You can just do this, the data set name, and then use the key. Use the data set name. Then yeah, you have this.